Chadwick forever. Welcome back to another episode of I'm Just Sharing with Shaunda. I am Shaunda, and today I will be talking about Chadwick Boseman. What a man. Shoot. I'm gonna try not to get emotional talking about Chad, and if I do, I'm not apologizing for it. But Chadwick Boseman is Black history. Chadwick Boseman was an actor. He received several accolades, including 2 Screen Actors Guild Awards, a Golden Globe Award, and a Primetime Emmy Award, along with an Academy Award nomination. This is what Black history is to me, is leaving legacy for us to look back on and admire and see change and see that we can do the same thing. So from my research that I took from him that really got me was when he gave a commencement speech at Howard University for the class of 2018. He's a Howard alumni. In that speech, what I took from it is that he talked about purpose and aligning with your purpose, and that it's a hard battle, a hard uphill battle for us as Black people. And we will always get pushed down and beaten, but it's that purpose that we keep on fighting for, that we keep on pushing for every time. And in his speech, he talked about his experience, his story of getting his first role in a soap opera on a major network. And in his role, he was to play a young Black man, but a thug, gangster on the street trying to support his family. And what he was told, and it's like, I think he said Actor 101, that we can't get too close to a character. But in his first role, playing a Black man, he's a Black man, and playing a stereotypical young Black man. And he sat down with the executives because he had some concerns about the character and him wanting to do his homework on this character. So when he sat down with them, they expressed that, anything you need, we're here for. So he took the time and oh, okay, perfect. Well, I would just want to get to know my character some more and do some homework on him. And one question that he asked was, well, where's my father? And the executive answered and said, well, your father left when you were young, of course. And he was like, all right, okay. The second question that he asked was in the script, it says that there is a mom to take care of him and his brother. And they said it in the script that she's incapable. Why? And the executive answered, well, she is on heroin. And he's like, all right. So, as they're having this conversation, the executive also had his resume in his hand, and he was looking over his resume and saw that he was from Howard, or that he studied and graduated from Howard University. And the executive was like, oh, you graduated from Howard? And he said yes, with pride, because with Howard University, a very esteemed college, it's that knowledge that he knew and said, yeah, I am, and it's very prideful to do so. And he's like, okay. Well, he put his resume back in his, what he said he put his resume back in his desk, and he was like, okay, thank you for your concerns. And we're anything that you need, we're here for you. And then he said that he got to shoot at least 3 episodes. The 3rd episode, he said that he felt like he did his best after he, voiced his concerns. And then the next day, he got a phone call from his agent and said that he was fired. It's crazy because he talked about how, that we have to fight democracy. And it made me think about democracy and patriotism, capitalism, and how it is a fight for Black people to do such a thing. It's always us and our backs against the wall every time, and finding ways to just get out of sticky situations and making our own way, right? So it's just very interesting because we talk about purpose, and he talked about the role and not receiving it, and after getting fired, he's like, I can tell my story, I'm a writer, I'm a director, I can tell my story a different way, I don't need them, right? And it was just a lot of failures is what he was saying after that moment, because, once you try and get fired and voice your own opinion, people don't want to work with you, and that's exactly what they didn't want to do, was work with him. But as time went on, it was way better, because once that door shut, many opened for him, and he had way better roles that he had the honor of playing, which was one being James Brown in Get On Up, Jackie Robinson in 42, Thurgood Marshall in Marshall, and he played T'Challa in Black Panther. And these roles left a huge major impact, because when you think about the actual person that, Chad got to step in and put his feet in those shoes, and how you want to be better. You want to share a story, and you want to keep sharing that story with other Black young men and letting them know that you don't have to be what these white people see you as, And it's going to be hard, but that is life. You don't want to take the easy way. Like, the easy way ain't going to be great, because, you're going to get looked at a certain way and all that. It's just not, it's not great. Having that hard road to go down on, and this is what also, like, he expressed in his speech, that it's going to be tough, but having that hard road, it's going to get you to where you actually want to be and live in that and be happy and have pride in what you're doing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, but we don't have to be seen that way. And then even another man that we all look up to is also to Denzel Washington, because a speech that Chad gave Denzel Washington was talking about how he was his benefactor, and it wouldn't have been a Black Panther without Denzel Washington. And it was just beautiful, because on IMDb at the time of Chad's death, which he ended up passing away, I have to say that he ended up passing away on August 28th, 2020 of colon cancer. And at the time of his death, Black Panther was the only movie with a Black leading first billed actor or primarily Black cast to exceed $1 billion in paid box office. And also at the time of his death, Black Panther was the 11th on all-time list of highest grossing films, having earned $1,346,900,000 in total gross revenue. So impact. I just don't really know what to say, because like in his speech to Denzel, he also said like, it wasn't just him, right? It just wasn't just him that he had this experience. It was other Black actors and workers behind the scenes who got to do what they love and have a very big, impactful movie, not just Black Panther, but also other movies that it's tough for Black directors to put their foot in the door, So like what Chadwick Boseman stood for was standing in his integrity, owning what he has done, and his legacy that he's left is something that I feel that every young Black man, and I'm trying not to get emotional because I also think about my nephew, on how we can push to be so much better. And in having somebody to look up to like Chadwick Boseman to just go off of his legacy and be like, I know that I can do that, and I can do that. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. He will forever and always be a Black history in the making. He's Black history made. Chadwick Boseman, I love him and appreciate him for everything that he's done. I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of I'm Just Sharing with Shaunda. Please remember to rate, like, comment, and subscribe on Apple and Spotify. You can also do that on YouTube. If you really like what I said, please email me at imjustsharingpod@gmail.com. Thank you guys. Thank you. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Oh.